What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Alright guys, what I have for you today is my Valentine's Day love meter. Now obviously you can use this for any other time of the year, but I figured with Valentine's Day around the corner I would show you guys how to build this. Okay, so let's just show you a real quick demonstration. Okay, so you flick it. Ooh, they love each other the same, so you just keep going. Now you can use this for a game show, you can use this for fun. Oh, this guy clearly loves her more. Womp, womp, womp. Now, I actually used this in my Who Loves Who More game show that I had a couple years ago, which I actually compiled and put on this channel, which I will leave a link in the description. I thought it was pretty funny. It might be a little cheesy, a little corny, but, you know, that's what most game shows are, right? So, basically what happens, you flick it, and look, so if they actually both love each other, you get this really cool particle effect right above your head, and if you're standing here, you get to see all of the red and white come down, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, so you can just do this, you know, for fun. You can have actual humans go in here and just see who loves who more. You can get prizes out, whatever the case may be. I just thought it was something fun to have in your world. I'm going to show you how to build this entire thing. I'm not just going to show you the meter this time. I'll go over everything. So you're going to need red concrete, white concrete, black concrete, some torches, some redstone. You're going to need a couple repeaters, a lever. Now, you could do a button, but it's just, you're going to have to hook up just an extra circuit. So I figured to save on the items, just use a lever. It's the same thing. Because even with a button, you're still going to have to press the button twice. So whether you're flicking a lever or pressing a button, to me, it's the same thing. So we're going to be using a lever. You're going to need some lamps, mostly all droppers. If you want to do the additional thing on the top with the fireworks, you're going to need some dispensers. Obviously, you need some fireworks. You're going to need some hoppers. I'm going to be doing dark oak fence gate for the little chambers where the players are. Some comparators, some white stained glass, and you're also going to need a bunch of non-stackable items. Okay, so I'm just going to show it in the inventory. A bunch of them, though. And a bunch of stackable items, so we'll just use dirt. Actually, in this case, I'll probably just use what I have on me, which are like extra torches because I'm in creative. But you would want something, obviously, that's not valuable. So I'd say dirt and wooden swords or any kind of wooden item. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna map out our actual build really quick. So let's go over here. Okay. So here's where we want our button to be. Now you don't have to use light. I just like it because when you have the lever on, you know that that's activated. That's not. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a block down. Oh, really quick. The whole build itself, okay, is, I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 19 wide, okay? 19 wide by 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So you need an 18 long by 19 wide area for this, okay? So just keep that in mind. Forgot to mention that. We're going to go this way. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put down a piece of redstone, break down 2 blocks. So you're going to put down a repeater, and then we're going to come out 7 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and we're actually going to go 1 more. That makes it 8. And we're going to put dust all along that. Boom. Okay. Cool. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on the one right before the last one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a block there, just to kind of symbolize where we're going to be. Okay. It doesn't matter what color it is. You could even put dirt. It doesn't really matter. This is where we're going to start our meter. Okay. So that is, let me just show you where that is over here. So that would be this bottom block here. Okay, that would be where the black starts. Okay, so take out your black, and we're gonna go like that, and then we're gonna go on the side. We're gonna come up 6 diagonally. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. Okay, and that's 6. We're gonna come up 1. Now we're gonna come back in diagonally. Break that. Okay, 1. And then 2. And then we're going to come out an extra 1. Okay, so it's 6 diagonally. On that 6th one, you're going to come up 1, go diagonal 1, go another diagonal one, and then go over 2. We're going to do the same thing on this side, except this time we can actually put our red. So make sure you start doing your red. Okay? Just like so. Perfect. And only go up to about there with it. Okay, so now what we're going to do, and then actually we're going to extend this one out. So we got the black, right? Black there, black there. So that's 3. That's 4 black. That's 5 black. Remember, we're going up 6. That's 6 black. Okay, and then we're going to go up 1, like we did last time. Go diagonal, again, like we did last time. And then come up 2, or come out 2. Then we're going to come down 1 diagonally, sorry, break that red, and then 1 more. Okay, so just basically pixel art. Just take a little, just pause it and take a screenshot, whatever, if you need to. Okay, cool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come out like this. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On top of that 6 blocks, you're going to come up 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with your redstone lamps. Okay, same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you're just going to go up 9 with your lamps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, wrong way, sorry. 1 more. There we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, on the 7th one, I apologize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the 7th one, you're going to come up 9. So white on the bottom, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You'll know you did it right when you have that 1 block gap between the sides here and that. Okay? So now all you're going to do is you're going to fill all of this in. Make sure you go 1 higher than the lamps. You're going to fill all of that in with white, and then you're going to trace the outside again with red. All right, guys, so it should look just like that. We're actually going to move this 1 back, by the way. Okay, so just move this 1 back. No harm, no foul. Perfect. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put right on top of this redstone dust, we're going to go ahead and put a lamp. And there we go. That's our switch. Okay, and then on the sides here, we're going to come out 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're going to go that way, and we're going to connect it to that side. So just make it a nice little square. Okay, now that that's done, let's go ahead and make our little chambers here. So right to the left and the right of the lamp here, we're going to skip a space and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, make sure you have that little 1 block gap between this right here and the line of red on the bottom. We're going to come down, so total of 4 blocks. So count in the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come in 1, and then come down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come in 1. Perfect. Same thing on this side, like I said. You go right to the edge, come down, come in. Perfect. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to fill in. Actually, before we fill in the ground with white, let's get all of our red outlines going. So we're going to come right up against the wall here, against the base of the wall, and we're just going to put our red. Okay. Like so. Now again, leaving a 1 block gap. So just come across like this with your red. Okay. Perfect. Just like that. And then what we're going to do is 1 more red right here down the middle, covering our redstone, covering that part of the redstone. Okay. And then leaving 1 block this way and 2 blocks that way. So if we're going to start on the corner, we're going to come out 1, right, 1, 2, and then over 1. And that's where we're going to put our red, like that. Okay. How did I do that? I thought I used lamps. Oh, it is. Okay, perfect. It is exactly that. Beautiful. So we're just going to make a little thing like that. Okay, but make sure it's 2 on the side. So you're going to, again, you start on the bottom left, come up that out diagonally 1 and go over. And then just go 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1, 2, and then over. Okay, and you're going to have that nice little spot in the middle. So all you're going to do is you're going to take some torches, go 2 down, put 2 torches. And that's just to give it some extra light. Obviously, you know, you want to make sure if you're building this outside especially, you want to make sure it's mob proof, right? Perfect. Now the only thing left to do is all of that green right there that you see, just fill it all in with white. Okay, now that that's done, only thing left to do for this bottom is take our dark oak fences or fence gates, go there and there. Okay, and now we still have to put the glass on top. So go ahead and take your white stained glass, okay, and you're going to come out with it like so, all the way around. Now you can change this up. You can do pink on one side. I mean, whatever you want. I'm just showing you this this basic version. Best part about the cosmetics is you can always change it. Redstone has to stay the same, but you can always change this. Okay, perfect. So that's the whole base. Now what we're going to do, I believe it's 3 we come out on the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because we had the fourth one, I just have an air gap. Okay, so we're going to come out 3. So 1, 2, 3. Do the same thing on the other side, right? So we got 1, 2, 3. Put a temporary block there just for a second. Put another red diagonally, and we're going to come up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, same thing on the other side. Just put down something temporary, and then come up. Whoops, and then come up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, a temporary block on the end, and now we're going to go all the way across. Okay, so just go all the way across until you get that air gap. Perfect. Okay, and now everything else gets filled in white. Okay, so you're going to fill all of this in white. Okay, so there we go. We got it like that. Now we're just going to do the lettering. Okay, so it's 5 letters. So we're going to start from the top left, go down 1. So there's a 1 block gap. And we're just going to spell love. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. So everything has a 1 gap space and is 5 blocks long. Whoops. Okay, so we're just spelling out love like that. Now for the V, start from the top of the O, skip a space, go 1, 2, diagonally, 1, 2, diagonally. Perfect. Skip a space. And now we're doing the E, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay, so we got love out of the way. And that is the whole outside. Now let's get to the fun stuff. Okay, now let's get to the redstone. So we're going to come back here. Okay. We're going to break that redstone. That's why we had to move it back, because I had miscounted. And we're just going to put whatever blocks you want to use for the redstone back here. I do suggest this stay covered. So if you're building this inside a building, just build some kind. Don't forget, it's only 3 blocks out. It's really not. It's the same size as this, not the top part. Same size as this, but it's only 3 blocks out. So you only have to build it or covering that's like 4 out. So it's not too bad. Okay. So again, anyway, you put a block down with a torch on top, block on top of that. You got a torch going on either side. Okay. Like so. Another block. Okay. And I'm explaining why you can't. You could technically just do this, but I'm going to explain why you can't. Really. Okay. So what you're going to do is, actually, we don't need that anymore. We're going to put down that. We don't need this or this. Perfect. Okay. So what you're going to do is put the blocks there. You're going to put droppers on each side. It's very important that they're independent from each other too. Okay. It's very, very important that you don't want them on like the same line. Like you didn't want them like this. Okay. Because then the bottoms are always going to be the same. You want to make sure, that everything runs independently. So put them on each side like that. Okay, so you're going to put hoppers into it. Okay, just like that. And then the reason that we wanted the block on top is because you want to make sure you put redstone. Okay, so why are we putting redstone? Because when these torches are activated and this block is on, obviously the redstone is going to be on. If it wasn't on, if we put just this here, the dropper, so if the dropper was right here, right? The dropper would fire into the hopper and then just go right back. It wouldn't, because the hopper's not locked. So the hopper would still feed into that and there would be no signal held. It would just flash and then that's it. So we want to make sure the signal is actually held. So we're going to be locking everything. So that's why you want to make sure you put the block there so you could run the redstone. Okay. Anyway, coming outside of each, on this side obviously it's to the right, on this side is to the left of each of the hoppers. Okay, we're going to put a comparator. Then we're going to run a line 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to put 3 pieces of redstone. Okay, just like that. Same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3. Well, it's actually 4 because we have to put down the comparator. Okay, 3 pieces of redstone. And then what we want to do is on this middle one here. Did I do it on the middle one? Can't remember if I did it on the middle one or the last one. I think it was on the last one. Yeah, it is on the last one. Yep. Okay. So on the last one, not the middle one, you're going to put that block out. Okay, so it's on this one right here and this one right here. Put a block out with a repeater. Same thing there, block out with a repeater. And also a block going this way with a repeater. Okay, so it should look, oops. So it should look just like that. Cool. And then what we want to do is we want to make sure that it hits this block right here. Okay, so we're going to make sure that it hits that middle one. So we're going to put it on that. Right, because when the middle one's lit up, it's going to light up the top one and the bottom one as well. Okay, so we're just going to run it like that. Same thing here. We're just going to run it like that. Boom, boom, boom. Now, why do we have the 3 pieces of redstone coming out? Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be loading up this dropper with stackable and non-stackable items. Okay, so stackable items such as anything that's 64 is going to give out a signal of just 1. So the comparator is only going to go to this first signal, which means it's not going to activate anything. So no lights. So if you get the first signal, this one's not going to turn on at all, which means none of them are going to turn on because each one is dependent on the one prior to it turning on. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So if this one's strong enough, then it'll give it a chance for the next one. If that next one is also strong enough, now you'll have the bottom 3 lights, the next 3 lights, and then the top 3 lights have a chance. Okay, so just keep that in mind that every single signal after this is dependent on the prior one. Does that make sense? Okay, so now that we have that there, what we're going to do is we're going to come up 2 blocks. So 1, 2, put another one there. All right, come up 1, 2, and put another one there. Okay, so skip 2 lamps, put a block, skip 2 lamps, put a block. And that's just a reminder as to where we need to be. Okay, now let's finish this one. So we're going to put blocks in front of each of those repeaters. Okay, with torches on top. Going into another block. Okay, with another torch on top. Going into a block. Okay. The reason we're putting the block there is the same reason. We want to make sure we can lock everything. So now we're going to put a dropper coming out. Okay, and then what we're going to do really quick so we can stand out of this concrete, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then turn it to make like a little L. Backwards L on that side. 1, 2, 3, and then turn it. Okay, so now we can stand. What we're going to do is take a hopper, crouch, place it into that dropper. Okay, same thing on this side. Just crouch, place the hopper into that dropper. And now we're going to run our comparator out and then put 3 pieces of redstone dust. Okay, same reason, signal strength. Okay, so comparator out, 3 pieces. And don't forget to put your 3 pieces on top of this as well. So same thing over here. Don't forget to put your 3 pieces of redstone dust as well. Okay, again, so that will lock everything once it does it. Perfect. We're almost done. Now what we're going to do is out of this middle one right here, okay, has to be this middle one, we're going to put a repeater. The reason it has to be the middle one is because this line of redstone is running into that lamp. So if we put the repeater here, it turns it, it's not going to light it up. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Has to be that middle one. Same thing on this side. Has to be that middle one. And you're going to put a repeater. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put that repeater into a block. Okay, and then put the redstone coming back in this way. Okay, so repeater into a block, torch back towards the wall here. block on top, torch, and again, we want that block on top. Very important. Okay? So same thing on this side. We're going to put that repeater into a block that's diagonally up. We're going to have a torch coming back towards the wall, the red, with a block on top, a torch, and then a block on top. Now we're going to make that same L shape or backwards, or I guess this one is an L shape. 1, 2, 3, coming in with it. Okay, this one is 1, 2, 3, coming in with it. Again, we're going to put our droppers, okay, facing this way, facing out. And again, we're going to, again, we're going to put our hoppers facing into them. Okay, perfect. And you guessed it, we're going to have the comparators coming out. Comparators coming out. 3 pieces of redstone. 3 pieces of redstone. And make sure you lock your whole contraption here. Okay, your whole randomizers. Make sure you lock them. Very, very important. Beautiful. Because that's all these are. They're just a series of randomizers that you're building. And I'm also going to show you what I found to be the best way to fill them up to make it fun. Because if you just do everything as 50-50, it may not be as fun. You do kind of want to give people a chance to win. That's you know, kind of the fun of it. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little funky. And that's for this. If you don't want the fireworks, you're done. You're just going to go inside each of them with what I'm going to show you in a little bit. And you're done. So actually, why don't we just do that now, just in case you guys want to just disappear. You don't want to actually use that. So what we're going to do, okay, what you're going to do is we're going to start with these bottom ones. Okay, we're going to start with the bottom droppers. What I find to be the best, okay, is 5 of the non-stackables and then 1 of the stackable. Okay, so you do that for both. So remember, it's 5 stackable. That's what I found to be the best. I've played around with a lot, and 5 and 1 works really, really well. Okay? The next setup, okay, so these right here, you want to do, you want to do 4. Okay, so we're going to do 4 non-stackables, so 4 swords. Okay, and 1 stackable, such as a piece of dirt. Okay, and that's on both sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. And then for the top one here, you want to do, you want to do 2. Okay, so you want to do 2 non-stackables and then 1 piece of redstone. I found if you put 3, you hit the jackpot kind of a little too much. So 2 still gives you a 66% chance of hitting it, but it's not as high as 3. 3 would be 75%, right? So now that that's all set, if you do not want the fireworks, you're done. Okay? If you do want the fireworks, which I suggest you do because it's pretty fun, we're going to take just a couple of those. Okay? Just make sure you have some blocks, 2 repeaters, you also need comparators. Okay? Make sure you have the comparators, 2 torches, I believe that's all it is. Some comparator, no, 3 torches. I think it's 3 torches. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to come to that middle block on either side. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to put a repeater coming out of it. Okay, repeater coming out of it. And this is where it gets a little weird because we're going to come back. So we're going to put that repeater into a block. Okay, repeater into a block. And then we're going to put that block into these right here. Just run these across for now so it's easier to build. Okay, so we're actually going to be coming back out with it. And you're going to do, one side's going to be 2, I believe. So 1, 2. And one side's going to be 3 because it's obviously not even. So 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then we're going to put that into a block. And then that block, on that block has a torch. Okay? I'll explain all that in a minute. And then all we're going to do is just going to put 2 hoppers facing into each other. Right? Like so. And then we're going to put blocks on top of the torches and then redstone dust there. Also, make sure you put 1 item inside these hoppers. Does not matter what it is. Does not matter which side it's on. Okay? So why do we do all of this? because what we want to do is when this signal is activated, this torch is going to turn off, but the fireworks are not going to go off until both. So you need both of these torches off. So when that signal is activated and that signal is activated, this redstone dust is going to turn off. So the torches. So basically these hoppers are just going to be pushing the item back and forth, giving us a nice little signal to pull from, right? So all we're going to do is whichever one, I'm going to choose this one right here because it's right above the center. Okay. I suggest you do the same. So we're going to come one block lower than the hopper itself. We're going to put a comparator. Okay. We're going to put that comparator into a block with a torch on top of it. Okay. Make sure the torch is off. And we're going to go block on top of that, block underneath that block, and a block underneath there. So it should look like that. And then just put dust, dust. Okay. So once these two signals are off, oh, the torches, right. The torches have to be off, sorry. So once the signals are off, let's just pretend the torches are off. So I'm just going to get rid of them for a second. Now we're going to see that that's going to go, and it's just going to shoot out all your fireworks the whole time. Okay, let's put that back. And now just go ahead and just fill up your fireworks with whatever you want. What I did, the way it looked, to make it look the same, all I did was I took, I know red's here somewhere. I took 2 red, right? Whoops. Let's put that one back. So I took 2 red and I took 1 white. So I went red, white, and red again. And that's it. That's the whole thing. You're done. So now every single thing is hooked up. And what you want to do is make sure it works. Obviously, you always want to do some bug testing. Let's do it together. I want to do it to make sure I didn't miss anything. Perfect. Meter's there. Turn it off and then turn it back on. You can flick it that fast. It doesn't matter. Okay. And you can use this for a lot of things. It doesn't just have to be for the love meter. I just thought I would show it to you like this because I really think this is a fun build to have in your world. Just something silly to do. You can make up your own game show with it. Do it again. Okay. And so on and so on and so on. But I really think that it's a perfect little thing to have in your world as a fun item, especially on like a server. Oops. Turn it on again. I really want to get that. I really want it to go off the top. So like I said, you can also customize it. I found 5, 4, and 2 to be my favorite because as you can see, the jackpot's not going off all the time, but you do have every once in a while that one will go up or that one will go up and not together. So if you wanted to make it more, then obviously just make sure that top one has like 3 in it. Okay, you could totally do that. Perfect. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope you found this fun. Try to give you something that's not a farm in your world, but something that you can have that's just really fun to do. Okay, anyway, that's going to do it for me. Captain Obvious out. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you'd like to check out this video, just click on the card. If you're on a mobile device, just check in the description. And maybe consider subscribing.